What was it like in the very beginning of things? I mean, how did it all start? It's questions like that, well, people have asked since the beginning. How did everything come to pass? So in the Bible, there are two stories that get told that point us in the direction of that question of the beginnings. They're told as stories with a myth-like nature to them. Not intended, originally to give a specifically scientific explanation about how it all happened, but to point to kind of a deeper sense of being, really. And so the second of those stories, very distinct from the first one about the world being created day by day, the second of those stories recounts the story as there not being anything that had really happened. No plant had sprung up, or tree, or anything on the face of the earth. But a river was in the making, and God took some dust or dirt and shaped it. Maybe like we conceive of a potter shaping clay. And at just the right time, as the story goes, God breathed this breath right into the person in the person, Adam, man, is the Hebrew word. Adam came into being. And then things unfolded, planting and sprouting and growing, and animals and naming, and then finally the partner for Adam comes into being too. A story of breath. There's a story of wind or breath or spirit in the first story of creation also. In the second one, the breath comes right in to the person. Let me ring a bell and lead us in a breath prayer that a friend of mine replaced on my radar, a box breathing prayer, I'll call it. So as we often do, we take a moment to center ourselves. And maybe we become friendly with this breath, which is a constant companion for us in life. Always with us, always making its way in and out. So in this box breathing, the first step is to draw a breath in through our nose. And we do that on a slow count of 4. And then we hold for another count of 4. And then we breathe out through our mouth on a count of 4. And we hold in that stillness for a count of 4. And the cycle repeats itself. So try it just a few times. That in breath, breathing in the wind or the breath or the Spirit of God on a 4 count. A stillness on a 4 count. Breathing out on a 4 count. in a stillness on a 4 count. Those counts are whatever length you need them to be. And perhaps like that, well, there's the story of the very beginning, the first breaths of the first people, whoever they were, wherever they were. Or maybe even, a reflection on our own first breaths, which were not a slow, reflective box breath, I'm sure. But the focus on the breath is this part of our finding God in the times of COVID, for God's breath, God's presence is as near to us as the breath is before our face. Making its way in, settling out, recharging in. Blessings on your day, this 22nd day of January.